Hi everybody, welcome to Midland Honda. I'm Matthew and I'm here with two 2022 Honda Civics. This one over here is a Honda Civic Touring model, whereas this one over here is an LX base model. And in this video, we're gonna take some of our sales professionals, we're gonna go out on a drive and we're gonna compare the features. What do you get over here in this base model that you still get in this Touring, and vice versa? Is it worth it to go with the base model, or spend the money and get the top of the line? Not sure? Stay tuned, we're gonna find out. So we're here on the interior of the 2022 Honda Civic LX now, and I've brought out with me
Josh
and
Dylan.
All right, so these are a couple of our sales professionals here at the dealership, and we figured we're gonna start in the base model. So this is the entry level, what you would get into if you're getting into the Civic family. So let's drive and let's talk about what you get in this package. And guys, you're gonna know better than I do, what type of features do you find on this LX?
Absolutely. So I mean, this kind of really brings back the last generation in the sense of the reliability, the engine performance, and a lot of the great technology and features such as the Honda Sensing and the lane keep assist, but also a lot of upgrades that have kind of made this even more enjoyable. Kind of let's start with more or less the safety sensors in this car.
Yeah, safety systems on these Hondas are A, impressive, B, they're never ending. It's like I have to learn an entire new dictionary of acronyms to kind of keep up with what's on these cars, but I mean, the technology is incredible. Now, these did away with the radar, or they moved it? Do you guys know the answer to that one?
So, yeah, good question. So basically, they've taken out the radar system completely, and now they're just focusing on the camera. So one, you don't have to worry about snow building up or issues with the radar sensor, and two, the camera that they've replaced it with is now have a wider view, so it actually can handle the road a lot easier with those lane markings, because that was always a problem before for some turns and such. So it does handle a lot better in that sense.
We were running into that a lot, especially in the winter, and people that lived on dirt roads were having issues with those getting gummed up. Now, in this LX model, this is the 2-liter engine in here. Is that the only engine available on these LXs, Dylan?
Yeah, you can get the 2.2 liter, 4-cylinder, good engine. I mean, it's got enough kick for me.
It's got enough power to get you into trouble, and I'll throw up the horsepower numbers right here on the screen because I don't know them off the top of my head. But it's definitely got enough jam to get me into trouble and to have a little bit of fun when you're out here driving it. Now, as far as the interior goes here, cloth seats.
Yeah, full cloth back here too.
Yeah. Now, what do you think of that back seat? As far as, I mean, you're kind of saddled up in the middle there, but comfort-wise, and I mean, tell the viewers, how tall are you? How much headroom have you got? Give me the whole rundown in the back there.
Comfort-wise, I'm good. My knees aren't hitting. I lie to people, tell people I'm 6 feet, 5'10".
Don't we all?
But yeah, headspace I was kind of worried about, but I got some good room up here. Like I said, knee room's not bad. Seat-wise, comfy seats.
Yeah, the front seems to be very comfortable as well. I've got tons more leg room now that they've pushed back on this the interior side here. So the vents, the dashboard, everything has been moved up, allowing for taller people to be a little bit more comfortable. Now, I don't have to worry about that myself, but you know what? I can appreciate someone who is 6'7" who needs to get those knees in.
Now, what type of features do you have in the back seat there? I mean, I'm talking about buttons for heated seats, plug-ins for charging. Like, what type of things are you seeing all around you? Just give us a whole cockpit description.
I got window buttons.
You got window buttons?
Yeah. Where I'm sitting, there is a cup holder that folds down. My body's in the way, but other than that.
So cup holders and power window switches.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, what I'm feeling up here is it's just amazing. I feel like I'm in some sort of spaceship, to be honest. This vent, this like univent type design here, with these toggles as kind of like the directional airflow. It's crazy. I mean, I just have more functionality in terms of like what I want done. If I want the air in my face, I got it. If I want it slightly blowing towards you know, my neck and chest, and you know, open it up. There you go.
It gives you the flexibility to cool whatever part of your body ails you. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you.
You got it.
Yeah, I keep using the vernacular and calling it a coast-to-coast vent. I don't know if that's going to catch on yet or not, but it is certainly one of the most stunning features in this interior. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm going to jump up to the entertainment system and everything in the center here.
Yeah.
Now, we do get heated seats on this LX, but heated steering wheel. That comes one model up, correct?
That is correct. You
Yeah.
do get that on the EX, and that works its way all the way up to the Touring.
Okay,
which is a very, very good thing, because the Civic did not offer that in the
That
previous
is
generation.
the best feature come winter time.
Big time, big time. So, you know, there you go, guys. We've got it for you.
Now, as far as the audio goes, what have we got up here?
Amazing. So we do have, this is the Honda's standard audio system. You do get 2 tweeters up top, mid-range at the front doors there, as well as in the back, and so sort of like a subwoofer style sounds to the definitely an overall improvement of sound. Now, when you do jump up to the Touring, you're going to get yourself into what Honda's never done before, and that is adding a Bose 12-way stereo sound system, which is unbelievable.
And you also get the larger screen in the Touring model, do you not? I believe it's a 10-inch screen, and again, I'll throw that number up here.
Yes, that is correct. So bigger screen, as well as the instrument cluster, definitely all digital, no more analog gauges in the Touring. Now in the LX trim that we are driving in now, it does have the Accord, the current generation Accord style display, which does give you a lot more information than it did before, such as giving you a readout for this, you know, speed, range, that kind of thing. So a lot more information, very colorful, very bright in HD, so something you're gonna love.
And this is the full digital dash, and it carries through all 4 models, correct? And you can customize what each section of it does, unlike a traditional analog gauge.
That is correct. Now, it did keep this analog gauge in it for the speedometer as well as the digital.
On the right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think that's something that they could have done away with, but at the same time, it gives it a classic look, just like you would get in some of those, you know, like basically the higher end stuff that would have like an analog clock with a fancy car, you know, those kind of,
yeah.
I'm thinking Rolls Royce and like the high end stuff.
Well, I think the takeaway here then, guys, is very simple. This is a no frills, but for no frills, you get a lot of style, a lot of comfort, and certainly it's packed full of features even here at this base model.
Yes, and I'd like to add, so you do get in the LX, you never did before, you're getting blind spot detection and remote start, which is unbelievable.
From the base model all the way up.
Yes, that is correct.
Once again, Canadian winters, heated seats, and a remote start. Oh, buddy, now you're talking. So we're here in the Civic Touring model now, and unlike our last visit to the LX, Dylan, you're still in the back seat. What's different besides the power window switches this time?
Taking some notes. I got some heated seats both sides here, and I got some chargers down here. Still no vents though.
No vents in the back, and I mean, it's unseasonable for Canada. However, it is a very hot day, so I'm sorry that you're in the back.
I'm surviving. I'm surviving.
Beyond that, though, we are now driving the 1.5 liter turbo, and I will say, even just we haven't left a lot long at this point, but I can already feel the difference. This engine has got just way more punch. Like here, just for fun.
Oh yeah, jeez.
You can hear it too.
Woo!
And that was in, what mode was that in there?
That was only in normal. So tell them about the drive modes, Josh, and then let's flip the switch and hit it again, shall we?
Crazy, crazy. So it starts in Econ, of course, so it's the standard system. Slows down the engine throttle response as well as the transmission shift points. Gets you the best fuel economy possible in the vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, normal is just for your everyday cruising, good passing power, etc. Now, sport is the one to talk about. It is the new part of the Civic that actually allows for sharper throttle response, keeps the RPM nice and high, so you're getting those great shift points. So for sure, it's going to give you an increased acceleration. That's what everybody wants to hear. It's faster. So yeah, we'll definitely kick it into sport there and see the difference, Matt.
So I like that with the switches. Right down here, I don't really got to look at them. I can just feel it. My dashboard changes, everything goes red, and then see if it'll stick you in the seat a little harder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it does.
A little bit.
Pushes you back.
It's not quite a launch control, but it definitely takes off. Holy cow.
It does. Yeah, considering this is the 1.5 turbo engine with 185 horsepower, it is an improvement upon the 2021 Civic Touring as well.
We've definitely stepped up our game. And
Yes,
speaking of that, so in this Touring model, I mean, I think the biggest difference is from the other one, obviously the audio screen and everything down here. So do you want to talk about how much bigger this is? And I know this stereo system, you mentioned the Bose stereo system?
Yeah, that's right. So this does have the 12 speaker Bose audio system, which is a first for Honda. They've never had the Bose system integrated into their vehicles, but it sounds unbelievable. Definitely an experience you have to come here and check out, just because it is so different. But yeah, it's certainly amazing, and everyone's gonna love it.
Awesome. And then right off the top of this video, we actually went to use Josh's phone to look something up, and he was at 1%. So in this Touring model, you do get a wireless charging port. So we've got his phone down there, so hopefully we'll be able to look something up after and make fun of him some more.
Yeah.
But at this moment though, I'm just cruising, I'm doing highway speeds, and one thing I wanted to bring up with the safety features here is a low speed lane keeping assist. Now, it's tough to show, but this will keep you in the lane, hands-free, relatively speaking. You're not supposed to let go, but at lower speeds below 70 kilometers an hour, unlike the previous generation where you had to be traveling at highway speeds with all the other systems activated. Now that's, I don't know, it's cool. I'm not personally letting go of the wheel while I'm driving. I don't know of anybody that really is, Tesla drivers, but besides that, everybody else typically holds on to the wheel. But it's certainly a cool feature for those moments where, you know, we all do it. There's that pretty bird I want to look at, and oh crap, there's that shoulder. So it's certainly an interesting feature to have in town, highway, wherever you're driving.
Yes.
And it's telling me it's on, and it's telling me it's on with this large digital display. Now this one, unlike my blunder before, this one is fully customizable, am I right? I can put anything I want on here.
You can display different information on the screen. You can even change the gauge layout, so instead of having traditional dial style, you can have a bar graph as to what your RPM and speedometer readouts are, which is actually really neat looking, and it gives you even more space. Definitely cleans it up.
It gives you more information in the middle, because that's what I've got set up right now. I've got everything on the right and left and all my other information in the middle, and it certainly keeps your eyes off of what you're not supposed to be looking at. It's there, I can see it, and I can see the road.
Oh, that's a pretty bird.
So Dylan, from your vantage point, you kind of got the center stack right in your face. Down low here, aside for the wireless charging, what else do we have that's different from the LX?
A couple charging ports down there, which is nice, 100%. And a 12 volt. My big thing is the ergonomics of that handle, I'm noticing.
Yeah, just the design difference on the shifter.
Yeah, 100%.
And I mean, besides the drive mode button, everything else down here is pretty much the same. You have your electronic parking brake controls, and everything else in here, I mean, like I said, save for a couple of updates, not that different. And I think the biggest point about talking about this new Civic is the price. When you get into that LX, you're starting in the 26,000s here in Canada.
Right, yes.
Whereas on this Touring model, you're getting into, what was it?
It's the 32,000 range as well.
So, I mean, that's quite a gap. You're looking at almost a $6,000 gap for what? This is my question, and this is the whole point of this video. How much more are you getting in this vehicle that you're not getting in the LX, and is it worth it? What do you think?
Yeah, so my honest opinion, the Touring specifically, definitely worth it just because of all of the actual changes. The screens are different. It does have an available system in here, so it actually comes standard only on this one, where you can back up, and if you get too close to an object, it will brake for you. That is specific to this vehicle. So there's a lot more advantages in the Touring. Now, when it comes to the LX versus the other trims, in my opinion, the LX does have a lot more in it, so I mean, it is well worth it for sure. If you're looking for something that's budget friendly, if you're looking for those things.
Dylan, if it was your money today, are you going to go with the more cost-conscious LX, or are you getting into this Touring?
I'm into the engine. That 1.5 liter turbo, that's kind of what I'm after.
Yeah. The thrill of the drive, as it were.
Definitely.
I mean, me personally, if it's my money on the line, I don't think I'm going Touring. This is a little fancy for my liking, but I'm also a fairly plain Jane kind of guy. I mean, the biggest thing here is you told me I can get a heated steering wheel in one model up from that LX. That might be where I'm swinging, because I mean, that's my favorite button on the entire car, right down here in my steering wheel. I had one last winter for the first time in my life, and I'm never going back.
No.
Anyway, I think that's about it for this one, guys, so we're going to wrap this one up. at the end of the day, it all depends on what you're looking for. Do you want to go with the more cost-conscious but still feature-packed LX, or do you want to step up? I mean, we have other models in the middle too. By all means, call us, text us, email us, or just drop in and say hello. We've got lots of stuff for you guys to look at, and we can walk you through what's best for you. Everybody's different. Look, 3 different opinions in less than 1 minute. So you're gonna like what you like what we like. At the end of the day, there's a Civic for everyone. Well guys, that's it for this one. I hope this video has really shed some light on the differences between our LX base model and our top of the line touring trims. And save for, you know, powertrains and exterior styling and interior features, I mean, they're still both great cars, but don't take it from us. If you don't believe us, come on in here at Midland Honda, come into the dealership, drive all the different models, see them, feel them for yourself, and then choose which one suits your needs the best. Thanks for watching.